Have you ever wondered why your leg strength seems to fade, even when you're eating healthy fruits every day? Could some of your favorite fruits actually be making your muscles weaker and slowing down your recovery? Welcome to Home Remedies Over 50, where we bring you simple, practical health tips designed especially for those of us over 50. Today's video uncovers 5 common fruits that might be secretly harming your leg strength and what you can eat instead to stay strong and energized. This video is packed with valuable information, real-life stories, and easy-to-follow advice that can make a real difference in your daily life. So be sure to watch all the way to the end, you won't want to miss a single tip. And before we start, I'd love to hear from you. Which fruits do you eat most often? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss helpful tips to keep your health at its best. 1. Grapes, sweet but sneaky. Let's start with one of the most popular and seemingly harmless fruits, grapes. You've probably seen them in supermarkets or snacking on them at family gatherings, those little juicy spheres that seem so innocent and even healthy. And to be fair, grapes do have their perks. They're packed with antioxidants, which are good for fighting off harmful molecules in the body. They taste great and feel refreshing. But here's the catch. Grapes come with a hidden downside that many seniors don't realize. Grapes are surprisingly high in sugar, and more importantly, they have a high glycemic index, meaning they cause your blood sugar levels to shoot up very quickly. Imagine your blood sugar like a roller coaster ride. Eating grapes can launch you to the peak very fast, but then the drop comes just as sharply, leaving you feeling tired, weak, and out of energy. And this roller coaster effect can be tough on your muscles, especially the ones you rely on every day to walk, stand, and keep your balance. Now, why does this matter so much for your legs? Well, your muscles need steady energy to work properly. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes, your muscles don't get the fuel they need to stay strong and recover well after activity. This can lead to muscle fatigue and weakness, making it harder to keep your legs strong as you age. But there's another piece to the puzzle: inflammation. Eating too much sugar, even natural sugars from fruits like grapes, can fuel chronic inflammation in the body. Think of inflammation as a slow-burning fire inside you. When this fire is active, it can make your joints ache, your muscles feel sore, and slow down your body's ability to heal after walking, exercising, or even simple daily movements. For seniors, this inflammation can be a major roadblock to maintaining leg strength and staying mobile. Let me share a story that really brings this to life. Samuel Griffin, a 68-year-old retired construction worker from sunny Arizona, loved grapes. They were his go-to snack throughout the day, easy to grab, sweet, and satisfying. For years, he thought he was making a healthy choice. But slowly, Sam began to notice something troubling. After his usual walks around the neighborhood, his legs felt weaker and more sore than before. It wasn't just tiredness, it was a deep muscle fatigue that made him reluctant to go out for his daily strolls. Concerned, Sam visited his doctor, who asked about his diet. When Sam mentioned the grapes, the doctor explained the link between high sugar fruits, blood sugar spikes, and muscle fatigue. Sam was surprised but open to trying a change. He gradually cut back on grapes and replaced them with fruits known to have lower sugar and gentler effects on blood sugar like berries and apples. Within weeks, Sam felt the difference. His energy levels were more steady throughout the day, and the soreness in his legs decreased significantly. I didn't realize how much those grapes were affecting me until I stopped eating them, Sam said. Now, I can walk further without feeling sore or tired. Sam's story highlights a simple but powerful truth: even fruits considered healthy can sometimes work against us if we don't choose carefully, especially when it comes to leg strength and mobility. So what can you do if you love grapes or are unsure about your fruit choices? Here are some practical tips to keep in mind. Portion control: if you really enjoy grapes, try limiting your serving size. Instead of eating a whole bunch, stick to a small handful and pair it with protein or healthy fats, like a few nuts. This can help slow the absorption of sugar. Choose lower glycemic fruits. Berries like blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries are excellent alternatives. They're lower in sugar, full of antioxidants, and support steady energy. Apples and pears also make great snacks and help maintain blood sugar balance. Pair fruits with fiber or protein. Eating fruits along with foods that have fiber, protein, or healthy fats helps slow sugar absorption and prevents those sharp blood sugar spikes. For example, try berries with a spoonful of Greek yogurt or apple slices with almond butter. Stay hydrated and active. Drinking plenty of water and moving your body regularly helps regulate blood sugar and reduce inflammation. Even light walks or gentle leg stretches can make a difference. Remember, the goal isn't to fear fruit or cut it out completely, but to make mindful choices that support your muscle health and keep your legs strong for many years to come. In the next section, we'll look at another delicious but tricky fruit, mangoes, and why they might not be the best pick if you want to keep your leg strength up and your energy steady. 2 mangoes, tropical treat or trouble. Now, let's talk about mangoes. Many of us think of mangoes as a delicious, tropical treat, juicy, sweet, and bursting with flavor. They're often called the king of fruits, and for good reason. They're loaded with vitamins like vitamin C and A, which help keep your immune system strong and your skin glowing. Mangoes also offer some fiber and antioxidants, so on paper, they seem like a healthy choice. But here's the catch: mangoes rank very high when it comes to sugar content and their glycemic index, GI, which measures how quickly a food raises your blood sugar. In fact, mangoes are among the fruits with the highest GI. What does that mean for you, especially if you're over 50 and trying to maintain your leg strength and energy? Eating mangoes regularly, especially in large portions, can cause your blood sugar to spike sharply. This rapid rise is often followed by a quick drop, leading to what some people call an energy crash. When that happens, you might feel tired, sluggish, or even experience muscle weakness, exactly the opposite of what you want if you're trying to keep your legs strong and mobile. This kind of blood sugar roller coaster is especially problematic if you have diabetes, prediabetes, or insulin resistance, which are common concerns as we age. But even if you don't have these conditions, frequent blood sugar spikes can increase inflammation in your body. Chronic inflammation is like a slow-burning fire that can damage your joints and muscles, cause soreness, and slow down your body's natural healing process. That makes it harder to recover after walking, exercising, or simply moving around during the day. Let me share a story to make this clearer. Evelyn Clark is a 72-year-old retired teacher who lives in Raleigh, North Carolina. Evelyn has always enjoyed mangoes, especially during the summer months when they are ripe and sweet. She would eat them daily, feeling like she was doing something good for her body by choosing a fruit packed with vitamins. But after a while, Evelyn started noticing something troubling. Her legs felt weaker than before, and she would get tired much faster when walking or doing her gardening. She also felt more muscle soreness and a general lack of energy. She couldn't quite put her finger on what was wrong but felt like her body wasn't recovering as well as it used to. Concerned, Evelyn spoke with her doctor and dietitian, who helped her look closely at her diet. They explained how the high sugar and glycemic index of mangoes might be causing the energy crashes and muscle fatigue she was experiencing. Evelyn was surprised but willing to make a change. She started reducing her mango intake and instead chose fruits with lower sugar and lower glycemic index such as apples, pears, and berries. These fruits release sugar more slowly into the bloodstream, helping her avoid those sharp blood sugar spikes and crashes. After just a few weeks, Evelyn noticed a real difference. Her legs felt stronger, she had more energy throughout the day, and muscle soreness reduced significantly. She could enjoy longer walks without feeling exhausted. Cutting back on mangoes really helped me feel more energetic and less sore, Evelyn says with a smile. So, what practical tips can you take from Evelyn's story? Enjoy mangoes in moderation. You don't have to avoid mangoes completely if you love them. Try eating smaller portions occasionally, rather than making them a daily habit. Balance your fruit intake. Pair mangoes with foods that help slow sugar absorption like nuts, seeds, or a small serving of yogurt. This helps keep your blood sugar steadier. Choose low glycemic fruits more often. Berries, apples, pears, and plums are fantastic choices to keep your energy stable and support muscle recovery. Watch your overall sugar intake. Be mindful of other sugary foods and drinks you consume, as they all add up and can affect your muscle strength and inflammation levels. Stay active and hydrated. Regular movement and plenty of water help your body process sugar better and reduce inflammation. Remember, the goal is not to fear fruit, but to make smart choices that help your body feel strong and energized every day. 3 bananas potassium-rich but sugar-loaded. Bananas are one of those fruits that many people automatically think of as a healthy, go-to snack. They're everywhere from grocery stores to breakfast tables, and for good reason. Bananas are a great source of potassium, a mineral that plays a vital role in muscle function, heart health, and maintaining proper fluid balance in your body. For seniors, potassium helps prevent muscle cramps and supports nerve function, which is essential when you're trying to keep your legs strong and moving smoothly. But here's the catch: while bananas do offer some fantastic benefits, they also come with a surprisingly high amount of natural sugar. And that sugar can cause some trouble if you eat bananas in excess or rely on them as your main fruit source. The sugar in bananas can cause your blood sugar levels to spike, especially since bananas have a moderately high glycemic index, GI. What that means in plain language is that the sugar from bananas enters your bloodstream fairly quickly. For seniors, especially those who may have diabetes, prediabetes, or insulin resistance, this can lead to that familiar roller coaster effect. You get a quick burst of energy, but it's followed by a sudden crash that leaves you feeling tired and weak. Why does this matter for your leg strength? Well, your muscles need a steady supply of energy to keep working well, and those energy crashes can make your muscles feel fatigued. less responsive, and more prone to soreness. This can make everyday activities like walking your dog, gardening, or even just standing up from a chair feel harder than they should. Another piece of the puzzle is inflammation. Eating too much sugar, even from natural sources like bananas, can contribute to chronic inflammation in your body. This low-grade, persistent inflammation can worsen joint pain, increase muscle soreness, and slow down the natural recovery process your body relies on. When inflammation settles in your legs and joints, it's a lot tougher to keep moving freely and comfortably. Let me share a story that brings this to life. Margaret Roberts is a lively 70-year-old retired librarian from Kansas City. She always enjoyed bananas. They were easy to peel, convenient to carry, and she thought they were a wholesome snack. Margaret would often eat a banana before or after walking her dog, thinking it would give her the energy she needed. But over time, she noticed something odd. After her walks, she felt more tired than before. Her legs would ache and feel heavy, and the muscle soreness seemed to linger longer than it used to. She felt less motivated to go for walks because the fatigue was discouraging. Curious and concerned, Margaret talked to her doctor and a nutritionist. They explained that while bananas have good nutrients, the sugar content might be causing blood sugar spikes and contributing to her muscle fatigue. They suggested she try reducing her banana intake and instead focus on fruits that provide a steadier release of energy. Margaret took their advice and began swapping some of her bananas for berries, apples, and pears. These fruits are lower in sugar and have a lower glycemic index, meaning they don't cause those quick blood sugar spikes and energy crashes. She also started pairing her fruit with a small handful of nuts or some cheese to slow down sugar absorption even more. After a few weeks, Margaret noticed a real improvement. Her energy during and after walks was steadier, her leg muscles felt less sore, and she was able to enjoy longer, more frequent walks with her dog again. She even started incorporating simple leg exercises at home to further build strength and endurance. Margaret's experience shows how a small change in fruit choices can make a big difference in your daily energy and muscle health. It's not about completely giving up bananas if you love them, it's about balance and listening to your body. Here are some practical tips if you're a banana fan but want to keep your legs strong and energized. Limit how many bananas you eat per day. Try to stick to one smaller banana or a half banana per serving rather than multiple bananas. Pair bananas with protein or healthy fats. Eating a banana with a handful of almonds, peanut butter, or Greek yogurt can help slow sugar absorption and prevent blood sugar spikes. Mix in low GI fruits. Include berries, apples, or pears in your diet for variety and more stable energy. Keep hydrated. Drinking plenty of water supports your muscles and helps your body process sugar more effectively. Stay active. Simple leg strengthening exercises like seated leg lifts or gentle stretches can help combat muscle fatigue and build endurance. Remember, your goal is to fuel your muscles steadily and avoid the sugar highs and lows that can drain your energy and make your legs feel weak. 4 Pineapples enzymes versus sugar battle. Let's turn our attention now to pineapples, that bright, tropical fruit many of us love for its juicy sweetness and vibrant flavor. Pineapples are often praised for their health benefits, and they do have some unique qualities that can help the body. One of the most notable is an enzyme called bromelain, which has been studied for its anti-inflammatory properties. In fact, bromelain is sometimes used in supplements to reduce swelling and pain in joints. So, on the surface, pineapples might seem like a fantastic fruit to include in your diet if you're concerned about inflammation and joint health, two important factors for seniors wanting to keep their legs strong and comfortable. However, here's where the story gets a little complicated. Despite the good qualities of bromelain, pineapples also contain a high amount of natural sugar and have a relatively high glycemic index, GI. This means the sugar in pineapples gets absorbed quickly into your bloodstream, causing your blood sugar levels to spike. For seniors, especially those who need to carefully manage blood sugar levels, these spikes can lead to fatigue, muscle weakness, and increased inflammation overall. You might be wondering, does the good enzyme balance out the sugar? Unfortunately, in many cases, the high sugar content can outweigh the benefits of bromelain, especially when pineapples are eaten in larger quantities or frequently throughout the day. That means you could be triggering the very inflammation you're trying to avoid. Let me share a story that illustrates this balance, and why it matters for leg strength and mobility. Rick Foster is a 74-year-old retired engineer living in sunny Miami, Florida. Rick enjoyed eating pineapple regularly. It was his favorite snack, refreshing, sweet, and perfect for the warm weather. He would often have pineapple slices with his breakfast or as a midday snack. At first, Rick felt great. But over time, he started noticing increased joint pain, especially in his knees and ankles. He also felt stiffness in his legs that made walking and bending down uncomfortable. The pain and stiffness were becoming more persistent, affecting his daily activities and lowering his motivation to stay active. Concerned, Rick consulted his doctor. After a thorough checkup and a review of his diet, his doctor pointed out the potential role of pineapples in his symptoms. While bromelain is indeed anti-inflammatory, the sugar spikes from eating pineapple frequently were likely fueling low-grade, chronic inflammation. This kind of inflammation can worsen joint pain and muscle fatigue. Rick was advised to cut back on his pineapple intake and try other fruits with lower sugar content and glycemic index. He started incorporating more berries, apples, and pears into his diet, fruits known for their ability to release sugar slowly, helping maintain steady energy levels without the blood sugar roller coaster. Within a few weeks of reducing pineapple and adding these alternatives, Rick noticed significant improvements. His joint pain eased, his legs felt less stiff, and he regained some of his flexibility. More importantly, his motivation to stay active returned, knowing he could move with less discomfort. Rick's experience highlights an important lesson: even fruits with beneficial compounds can have drawbacks if the sugar content is high and not balanced within your overall diet. So, how can you enjoy pineapple without risking muscle fatigue or joint pain? Here are some practical tips. Moderation is key. Limit your pineapple servings to a small portion once or twice a week instead of daily snacking. This helps you enjoy the flavor and benefits without overwhelming your system with sugar. Combine with protein or healthy fats. Eating pineapple alongside nuts, cheese, or yogurt can slow sugar absorption and prevent sharp blood sugar spikes. Choose fresh over canned. Canned pineapple often contains added sugars that make the problem worse. Always opt for fresh pineapple or frozen versions without added sweeteners. Balance your diet with low GI fruits. Mix pineapple intake with berries, apples, pears, or plums to maintain steady blood sugar and reduce inflammation. Stay active and hydrated. Gentle exercises that stretch and strengthen leg muscles, combined with good hydration, can help reduce inflammation and support muscle recovery. It's also worth noting that bromelain's anti-inflammatory effects might be more potent when taken as a supplement, where it's concentrated and separated from the sugar found in whole pineapples. However, supplements should be taken under medical guidance, especially if you're on blood thinners or other medications. Remember, the key to a healthy diet and strong legs is balance and listening to your body. No fruit is perfect, but by making informed choices and understanding how your body reacts, you can enjoy delicious foods without sacrificing your mobility or energy. 5. Watermelon refreshing but risky. When summer rolls around, it's hard to resist the cool, juicy sweetness of watermelon. It's one of those classic fruits that just screams refreshment, perfect for hot days, picnics, or a light, hydrating snack after some gardening or a walk outside. Watermelon is mostly water, about 92%, which makes it great for hydration. And who doesn't love biting into those crisp, pink slices dotted with black seeds? But as refreshing as watermelon is, especially for seniors, there's a hidden challenge that not many people think about: watermelon's high sugar content and glycemic index, GI, can cause your blood sugar levels to spike quickly. That rapid spike is then followed by a sudden drop, sometimes leaving you feeling wiped out, low on energy, and with muscles that just don't want to cooperate. For those who want to keep their legs strong and full of endurance, this roller coaster effect on blood sugar can be a real problem. Let's break that down a bit. Your body relies on a steady supply of energy to keep your muscles, especially in your legs, working smoothly. When you eat watermelon, the sugar rushes into your bloodstream fast because watermelon has a high glycemic index. This is similar to how eating a candy bar might give you a quick burst of energy but then leave you crashing soon after. For seniors, these sharp ups and downs in blood sugar can mean feeling tired quicker, experiencing muscle weakness, and finding it harder to recover after even light activities like walking or stretching. But that's not all. That sugar surge can also feed into inflammation, the slow burning fire inside your body that can make joints ache and muscles feel sore. And as inflammation creeps in, your ability to keep your legs strong and mobile declines. That's exactly what many seniors want to avoid. Let me tell you about George Miller, a 70-year-old retired teacher from Seattle, Washington, who experienced this firsthand. George loved watermelon. Every summer, he looked forward to slicing up a big juicy melon and sharing it with his family. He thought of it as a healthy treat, full of vitamins and hydration. But over time, George started noticing a troubling pattern. After eating watermelon, especially in larger amounts, he felt more fatigued and sluggish. His muscles, particularly in his legs, seemed sore and weak after his usual light exercise sessions. This was new for him and frustrating because he loved staying active. Concerned, George talked to his doctor and nutritionist. They explained that watermelon's high sugar and GI could be causing his blood sugar to spike and crash, leading to his symptoms. They suggested George try cutting back on watermelon and instead focus on fruits that have a lower glycemic index, fruits that release sugar into the bloodstream more slowly and steadily. George gave it a try. He swapped watermelon for berries, apples, and pears, fruits known for their lower sugar impact and excellent antioxidant content. He also made sure to eat fruits alongside some protein or healthy fats, like nuts or yogurt, which help slow down sugar absorption. Within weeks, George noticed a significant change. His energy was more stable throughout the day. He no longer experienced that mid-afternoon slump after eating fruit. His muscle soreness diminished, and he felt more confident walking longer distances and enjoying his favorite outdoor activities. George says, "I didn't realize how much watermelon was affecting my energy and muscle recovery until I made the change. Now I feel stronger and more energized, and I'm back to enjoying my walks without that tired feeling dragging me down." So, what can you do if you love watermelon but want to protect your leg strength and energy? Here are some practical tips. Enjoy watermelon in moderation. It's okay to have a few small slices now and then, but try not to make it a daily snack, especially in large quantities. Pair watermelon with protein or healthy fats. Eating watermelon alongside a handful of nuts, some cheese, or a small serving of Greek yogurt can help slow sugar absorption and keep your blood sugar steadier. Try lower GI fruits more often. Berries, apples, pears, and plums are excellent choices to help stabilize blood sugar and support muscle health. Include regular movement. Simple leg exercises and gentle walks can improve circulation and reduce inflammation, helping muscles recover faster. Remember, it's all about balance. Watermelon can be a refreshing and enjoyable treat, but if you want to keep your legs strong and your energy steady, it's best to enjoy it thoughtfully and not overdo it. Now that you know which fruits to avoid or limit, like grapes, mangoes, bananas, pineapples, watermelon, canned fruits in syrup, dates, and sweetened dried fruits, you have the power to protect your leg strength and keep your energy steady every day. Remember to choose fruits with lower sugar content and glycemic index, such as berries, apples, and pears, and pair them with protein or healthy fats to help your muscles recover and stay strong. Small changes like these add up to big improvements in your mobility and overall well-being. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to Home Remedies Over 50 for more practical advice to keep you healthy and independent. Stay strong, stay active, and take care of yourself one smart bite at a time.